Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our SOC Saturday Vancouver meeting. My name is Phoebe Trotman. I'm an executive distributor with Sendo Cards. Super honored to be with you guys today. So first off, I want to just say a huge welcome to our SOC Saturday, which we've now taken online today. Vancouver got hit with so much snow. They're just telling everybody to stay safe, avoid being on the roads if you can. And so we thought, you know what, here's a great way for us to connect online. Zoom is a powerful platform that you can use to even demo the app, to connect. And we thought, you know what, perfect. Let's all stay warm, stay home and safe, but let's still get together and build our business. And so what we're going to do, we're going to keep the lines open. If you just joined us and you have background noise, feel free to mute yourself. We want to keep it open because we want to run it like we do our Saturday meetings, where we can all contribute. We can jump in. If we have questions, we can do that as well too. And so we're going to go and keep them open. But if you do have any background noise, just go ahead and mute yourself. If you have any questions or something you want to contribute, again, feel free to unmute yourself and jump in. Or you can use the chat area in the top right-hand corner, or actually that's GoToWebinar. So it's somewhere on the side below. There you go. Thanks, Maureen. There's a chat option below that you can go ahead and type in. And let's have some fun this morning. We're going to go through some of the 5 habits. And then I have a little bit of a leadership topic that we're going to talk about today, which is going to be follow-up, because follow-up is so important in this business. So we're going to touch a little bit on that as well too. Now, before we get started, though, I want you guys to just, and some of you guys may have heard this before, but I do want to start our training with this today because I think it's so important and it just sums up this business. So what I'd like you guys to do is just close your eyes for a quick second. And I want you to think about you're standing at, let's say, a bus stop. Okay, you're just standing there. The bus pulls up. But when you look at the bus sign, there's nothing on the sign. There's nothing on the top of that bus. When those doors open, what would you ask the bus driver? Okay, open your eyes. You guys can say it if you want, or.
I had muted you. Yeah, where are you heading?
Where are you headed?
Or
exactly.
I would say, I would like to go somewhere, and would you be able to take me?
Love it. Yeah, exactly. Where are you headed? And this is where I want to go. Can you get me to where I need to go? Right? So I want you guys to think about that now for your business and for our business, because I'm building it right along with you guys. So for our business, you're driving this bus. When you go to present Sendo Cards or you're sharing Sendo Cards with someone, do the people that you're sharing with know where you're going? Now, it doesn't have to be a verbal communication. It can be as well, definitely can be, but it also comes down to your posture. The other part about it is the second question that Kareem asked too, which is spot on. Look, this is where I want to go. Can you help me get there? Right? And that's another question that even if we're sharing Sendo Cards with someone, they may or may not verbally ask that question, but that's going through their mind. And it's going to come out in our posture. It's going to come out when we're sharing Sendo Cards. And if it doesn't, I want to ask you guys this other question. If the doors opened up and you said, okay, where are you going? Or, hey, I want to go here. Can you get me here? And the bus driver was like, what? I don't know. Maybe. Why don't you just hop on and let's figure it out together? Would you get on their bus? No, you wouldn't, right? Why wouldn't you?
If he doesn't know where he's going, how's he going to help me get there?
Exactly. If you don't know where you're going, why would someone hop on your bus? The same thing for your business. If you don't know where you're going with this business, where you're taking Sendo Cards, no one's going to hop on the bus with you. They're not going to want to necessarily join your team. It starts with us. It starts with us creating that vision. Now, I do want to say this. If you're just getting started, maybe in the beginning, you're like, well, this is partly where I want to go. And your bus may, in the beginning, it might be to supplement your income by extra couple $100. And then it may grow and it may grow. And that's totally okay. But you do need a starting point. You need to have some sort of an idea of where you're going. The beautiful thing about this business is if in the beginning you're still like, you have a sponsor coach. Your sponsor coach knows where they're going. So hop on their bus and go together and share that vision together. And that's a beautiful thing we have with Sendo Cards is we have incredible leadership and people who know where they're going with this business. Now, the other thing I want to just quickly throw out to you guys is I want you guys to think about this now. We'll use the same, the bus or whatever. When do you see people running to catch the bus? Anyone can jump in. When do you guys when you see people running to catch the bus?
They're late. They're behind.
They're late, they're behind. But what's going to happen if they don't run to catch the bus?
They'll miss it.
They'll miss it. The bus is going to leave with or without them, right? The bus is on a schedule. Are you on a schedule with your business? You bet. Are you on a schedule where you know where you're going with your business? Because if you're sitting there waiting, no one's going to run to catch your bus. They're just going to stroll in when they feel like it, right? The urgency in this business is so powerful. And again, it's not necessarily something you can verbally say. You can, but people can sense it in your posture. People can sense if the bus is about to hit the gas and it's about to leave without them. And that's when you see people sprinting, right? Same thing in the airport. When you see people running, when the plane's going to take off without them, that's when you see people running. You don't see people running if they have plenty. Oh, well, you know what? They're just waiting for me, so I can take my time. You know what? I can take my time. I can get started whenever I want because they're just waiting for me, right? Flip that posture if you know where you're going and urgency. Look, I would love for you to do this business with me. It would be so much fun, but either way, I know where I'm going and I'm going there quickly. So I'd love for you to come on board, but if you don't want to, that's your choice because I know where I'm going. Okay, so very, very important. I'm sorry, you guys, if it dings all the time, I do not. I figured out the other day how to turn off iMessage and then it decided to come back. So hopefully, I love that, Karina. Cancun with 5 friends. She knows where she's going, you guys. And the reason I wanted to start with that is I really want us to think about that throughout the training that we're going to cover, throughout building our business. Every time we present, send out cards, go in with that posture of, I know where I'm going. I can help you get to where you want to go. That being said, I'm going with or without you, so you need to make a decision. Okay, I need to figure out how to, we'll just let it ding. So that part is really, really, really important. And it's going to drive you too on those days. Again, it ties all in with your why. Why are you building your business? Right? So we're going through some stuff today. That's what I really want you guys to think about the whole time. And throughout your send note cards, do you know where you're going? And again, it might change a little bit. In the beginning, it's okay. Maybe it's just to supplement your income, right? If some of you are newer to SOC family, welcome. It might be just to supplement a little bit in the beginning, and then it may grow, and then it's going to grow. But that posture is so important. It really is so vitally important in building your business. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of the 5 habits. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of screen sharing. And actually, before I go on to that, does that make sense to you guys? Like, does that kind of line things up a little bit in terms of the importance of it? I see
yes.
some head nods. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and okay. So you guys, Send Out Cards has made it so simple for us to build this business with the 5 habits of success. And it's one of those things, it's easy to do and it's equally easy not to do. And that's why I started off with, do you know where you're going? And just a little bit of that why, because that's what's going to make it easy to do, because you're going to be in that mind frame of, you know what, I know where I'm going with this business. I just have to follow this simple recipe. And I always talk about that. You know, I love baking because it's simple. You follow a recipe, and if you follow it, you're going to have the same masterpiece. If you don't, and we start substituting, that's when things can go a little bit wonky. So this is our recipe for success. This has been proven over and over and over again. And what's beautiful about this, just like a recipe, if you want to create more of something, what do? You double, you triple the same ingredients, but all you do is just do more of the same thing. It's the same thing with this business. If you want to create more success faster in your Send Out Cards business, do more of what you see on the screen. And we're going to break it down. And we're going to go pretty quickly through habits 1, 2, and 3, because I want to spend, as I mentioned, every SOC Saturday, we like to have a leadership topic. And one of the ones that we're going to talk about today is going to be follow-up. So I want to spend a little bit more time on that. So we're going to go through 1, 2, and 3 pretty quickly. But let's talk about level 1, becoming a level 4 card sender. Now, many of you guys were at a recent Promptings Academy and heard the terminology of what level 4 means. Now, level 4 just means you do it without even thinking about it. So think about brushing your teeth. You just do it, right? You do it. You don't have to think about it. It's just part of what you do every single day, multiple times a day for most people, right? Well, that's what we want to get to with our Send Out Cards business. We want to become a level 4 card sender. Cody Bateman, CEO and founder, recommends that people people send a card a day and a gift a week. Now I'm going to go back to the recipe. If you want to double or create, more portions of something, you double it, you triple it, you quadruple it, you multiply. Same thing in this business. Send lots of cards and gifts and watch what happens with your business. And the thing about why do we send cards? Well, it makes other people feel good, right? You guys can all sit here and think of someone you send a card to and how it just totally brightened their day. Well, because it also makes us feel good, right? Don't you love when you go to send a card and you're just so excited because as soon as they get it, they're just going to be so happy. And it makes us feel good as well, too. It gives us a way to express gratitude. There's so many people in our lives that we want to say thank you to, and it allows us to do that. To be able to recognize life milestones, right? Birthdays, anniversaries, graduation, weddings, birth, holidays. There's so many occasions that we can send out cards. To recognize and celebrate accomplishments, right? People do incredible things. And what's so sad sometimes in society is we don't necessarily always take that time to recognize it. With send out cards, we have a vehicle to be able to do that. When someone, casually mentions, hey, I received this award, we can celebrate that person. To keep in touch and build relationships, right? And to provide information, right? It might be marketing, promotional materials, and things like that as well, too. So let's touch really quickly on sending cards. Again, it gives us a chance to express gratitude. We're not going to walk down a card store aisle and ever see a card like this created. Never, right? It allows us to take those moments and celebrate them, to put them on a keepsake item that someone's going to cherish for years. And especially nowadays where people don't often take or print pictures as much anymore. Think about it. We have a vehicle that allows someone, and I'll talk about this a little bit in a moment, but when someone posts something on social media, how long is it there for? A few seconds, and then it's gone in the news feed. Well, we have a way to take that few second moment on Facebook and turn it into print, something that person's going to cherish, that they're going to keep with them always, that they can have to remind them of that important moment, to celebrate that important moment. Thank you for your business, right? Jenny and Dave Potter have created enormous success with their tree service company, Totem Tree Service, by saying thank you. By Dave being up in a tree, taking a moment to send a card to say thank you. Thank you for your business. They've literally tripled their business, you guys. Thank you for your business is something that a lot of businesses owners don't do. One of the things I want you guys to think about, who's someone you've done business with, and did they say thank you? And have they seen send out cards? If they haven't, I want you to just pause right now. And I want you to think about someone you've done business with. You've purchased something. You've went to one of their events and supported them, just something. And if they didn't say thank you, I want you to just write down their name on a pad of paper. Because that's someone who you should show send out cards to. And they really do owe it to you. If you've spent money with them, you've done business with them, they owe you to at least see it. Now, whether or not they get started, that's their own choice. But I want you guys to just think about that for a second. Think of all the people that you've spent money with, that you've done business with. Did they take out a moment to say thank you? Who are the people that you've referred business to? Okay, you've made that connection for them. Did they say thank you for the referral? If they didn't, I want you to write their name down right there. And on the flip side, when you get a referral for your send out cards business, are you making sure you're saying thank you? Okay, so just jot down those names, and other people might pop up. And if they do, just, again, jot them down. Life milestones, right? Birthdays. Being able to send out a birthday card. I mean, there's stories upon stories of people who had birthdays and no one sent them a card, not even their friends or their family. And we have a system where we can literally see someone's birthday on Facebook, grab a couple cool pictures, and create a really cool card. Now, this card actually came through Sincere. Now, Sincere is a really cool card sharing platform. So if you're looking for ideas, you can go to sincere.com. You can share cards to your own send out cards website, and then you can customize them and send them out from there as well too. Holidays, right? Happy Valentine's. Valentine's is coming just around the corner. Valentine's is a great time to reach out to clients, friends, family. Successful mortgage broker Linda Walters, she sent out a Valentine's card to some of the real estate agents in her network, some that she hadn't even talked to in a little while. She got 2 referrals from just reaching out to say Happy Valentine's Day. Powerful, unique way. And right now, today is a great day to send out those Valentine's cards. Senior Manager Michelle Slaney Travato, are you on the line and able to share a little bit about what you're doing really quickly with your Valentine's cards?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead. I'd love for you to share with what, because I thought what you're doing is just brilliant and a way to really share the mission of what Send No Cards is, and that's to celebrate others. So I'd love for you to just share your idea, what you're doing for this Valentine's.
Sure. So one of the things that we always talk about in Send Out Cards is kind of finding groups of people that we're connected with. And one of the groups that I am connected with is a group of special needs moms. Most people who know my story know that my 12-year-old son has some pretty significant special needs. And so I joined a group on Facebook. It is 6,000 strong and growing. And one of the things that I'm realizing is that a lot of these moms, their children are either in school part-time or not in school at all, and they're really struggling. And it dawned on me, both as a teacher and as a mom, that often special needs kids get overlooked when it comes to getting Valentine's cards. Kids give them out to the kids that are in their classes, but if special needs kids are not in those classes or they're in a separate class, sometimes they just get overlooked. People don't even think to send them a card. So what I did was I reached out. I took a picture of both of my boys and I put a caption on it that says, "Will you be my Valentine?" and posted it in the group and asked these moms, would you like us to send your child a Valentine's card? Thus far, I've had about 10 responses. I actually limited it to 100 because I almost had a heart attack when I thought, well, what if all 6,000 reply to me? And the positivity coming out of that is really exciting. I've now got ladies who are saying, I'd like your address. We would like to send your children a card too. It opens the door for us to reach out in kindness to these other children. And they are all over the world. And then it also opens the door for me personally to reach out in kindness to these moms. Most of them, in fact, all of them that I've talked to, have had the same concern that I've always had, which is what's going to happen to my child when I am no longer around. And frankly, with Send Out Cards, I happen to have a gift that I can offer to the moms too. So it's a really exciting opportunity. I'll let you guys know how it goes, but thus far, the response has been incredible.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And I love that. Again, just a chance to celebrate and reach out and think about it from your perspective. So Michelle has a connection to these moms because they're in a similar situation. So who's a group that you have a connection to that you can do something like this where you're able to, again, use our incredible system to reach out. I love that, Michelle, and definitely keep us posted. I mean, the results in itself is just the fact that you're going to make these kids Valentine's super special, and whatever happens from there is just great. But I love it because your story, again, is so powerful that you found a vehicle not only to share kindness, but also to create that legacy of love, as you put it so beautifully, for your family as well too. So super cool. And then cards from the app, right? Just grabbing a picture, taking a selfie, grabbing a picture off Facebook and just sending a quick card. Sometimes we get so caught up in wanting to create this perfect card. Just press send. Just press send. Let it be what it is. And I have to remind myself that sometimes too, because it's like, well, I don't know what to say. And, you get caught up in it. And it's like, just say something and press send, because something is better than nothing. And I want to say that again, something is better than nothing. So just if you're held up on, just press send, add some brownies, they'll be happy, you'll be good, okay? Then celebrating others, right? Happy anniversary cards are such a fun way to celebrate others. And now it might be happy anniversary from a wedding, but it can also be happy anniversary from a business perspective, right? Celebrating people. It's been 1 year since you've been with Send Out Cards. It's been your second year, whatever it might be. Even teaching your business clients, hey, send happy anniversary cards to your clients. And that's what I teach my clients. I say, you know what? Here's a cool idea. Have you ever received a happy anniversary card from your financial planner saying it's been 1 year since we've been managing your money? I'm so excited to see it continue to grow. Probably not. Well, that's a simple way to celebrate. Keeping in touch, reaching out in kindness. Again, beautiful keepsake card. Absolutely stunning. Nice to meet you in business. You guys, so powerful to be able to just send a nice to meet you card. When you're out making new connections, send a nice to meet you card. People will keep it. They will cherish it because they're not used to getting that. Welcome to our business. Again, just being able to say thank you. I want to throw it out there again. If you have someone who you've done business with and they didn't say thank you, jot their name down, because you have just to share it with them again. Some of you guys know I recently moved, and so we had a moving company, we had painting company, we had a whole bunch of different businesses, and I reached out to them and I've scheduled appointments to show them because I didn't hear anything. I gave them some time, hoping that I was like, please just do something. Say thank you for all the money we just met, and nothing. So I called them up and I just said, hey, I want to touch base with you. You know, we just recently, I said my name, I'm one of your clients, and I didn't hear anything back. And I just want to know, do you have a system in place to follow up and say thank you? Because if not, I'd love to come in and just show you what a lot of business owners are using. It may be a tool for you to keep in touch, increase referrals. And they're fine with it. Again, when you've spent money with someone, it's the least they can do, right? And I'll even throw this in there. One of the companies actually said, no, I don't want to see it. Well, do you think I'm going to be very inclined to want to even do business with them again or refer business? No. And it's not about them signing up for send out cards. It's just about being open to have a look at something. That's what I find is really important. Okay, so here's what we learned. Receiving cards and gifts make people feel special. It implies both business and personal. People love to see pictures of themselves and their loved ones on cards. People save the cards you send them. You guys, people save them. They put them up on their desk. Every time they see them, they smile, they think of you. It's so incredible. Use the back panel to fully customize your cards, right? Having, I wish I still had some of them here. Actually put them away. Using the back panel as well. I saw some really cool back panel cards as well that I've received. If I can grab them without causing too much of a ruckus, I will, and show you guys some of them. And over 70% of the cards we print are in campaigns. So campaigns are a powerful way. Again, you set it up once. It's literally like set it and forget it. I always joke about that, but it really is a powerful way to be able to do that. Okay, so you guys look for reasons to send cards and then do it. The top income earners in send out cards also send the most cards. Now, part of it is because you're always demoing the app, right? So you're sending thank you cards and things like that, but it's also because looking for reasons to send cards. There's so many testimonials and stories of people who came in to send out cards because they just received a card. So if you want your business to go faster, send more cards out, okay? So habit 2, the smartphone user, right? We are living a go, super fast-paced world where we need to be able to do things quickly, right? And our phone allows us to do that, whether it's movies, getting directions, email, books, social media. You know, we are able to do everything with a click of a button, including taking pictures, and with send out cards, including doing business and literally building a multi-million-dollar business. So really quickly, talk about pictures, capturing those moments, right? Have your phone out, just snap pictures everywhere you go. Really cool story. I was actually at a trade show, and I had been wanting to connect, again, intention so powerful, with this certain company. And I ran into them. I asked them, connected with them, started having a conversation, asked them about if they ever heard of send out cards. They were like, I heard of it, never seen it. I said, can I show you really quickly? Snap a picture, send them a card with brownies. Really cool stuff's happening with that account as well too. But again, capturing those moments when you're out meeting people, capture those moments, celebrating those moments online and putting them in print. So one of the things that's great about Facebook, people post things on Facebook and you can literally sit there and just click, hold it down, save it, put it on a card, send it back to them. So brand new senior manager Joanne Anderson is one of the finalists for a Mompreneur Award. And this was a picture that I saw and I was like, I bet you she doesn't have it in print. So I literally just took it off Facebook, put it on a card and sent it to her just to say congratulations. So you guys, we can do that all day long, right? If you're not familiar with how to do it, just let us know and we can show you really quickly how simple it is to grab those pictures. And then, of course, selfies, right? Having fun taking selfies, chin down, camera up. And as Casey Everhart says, look over and through the fence. Now, it feels a little awkward, but it'll help with those selfie moments as well, too. And that's just a fun picture from convention. Great selfie. Kathy Fester, it just is the picture queen. I love her. She's always snapping photos. It's amazing. And that's what you want to do. Take those pictures. Now, are you going to put them all on cards right away? Maybe. But maybe not. But then when you're looking for a photo of someone, you can go find it and you can put it on there. Because again, people love pictures. They love keeping it. So again, doing our business. If you don't yet have the app on your phone, please, please, please pause and go get the app on your phone right now. Again, go to the App Store if you're on an Apple device or the Google Play Store if you're on an Android device. Now, if you're not super comfortable with sending a card yet on the app, here's what I want you to do. You're going to click on Account. And you're going to go into the video library. In the video library, you're going to see videos on how to send a card from the phone. Now, I want to pause for a quick second on this one because this is actually another thing that's going to tie back to where I said, do you know where you're going? I have an iPhone. I can do things on my iPhone, pretty comfortable with that. However, on an Android phone, I know how to send a card from an Android phone. Why? Because I made sure I was comfortable sending a card from an Android phone. How did I do that? I watched the video. So one of the things I want you to do, if you're taking notes, this is your homework. If you're on an iPhone, I want you to watch the Android video a couple times, just so you're comfortable with it. If you're on an Android, watch the iPhone video a couple times, just so you're comfortable with it. It's pretty much the same process. There's just a couple different buttons in different areas. Now, that being said, every now and then I'll go to do a walkthrough with someone who's on an Android, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, wrong button, and have fun with it. Again, people love fun, so we want to keep this light and fun. And you can even have someone watch this video and then walk them through sending a card. The fact that these videos are right on our fingertips is great, because you can just click and follow along. So watch the video and send cards every single day. Now, I'm going to go through this really quickly because most of you are pretty familiar with the First Impressions Kit. I love this because it makes sending a card super, super simple. And again, business owners want to be able to send cards quickly. So the fact that we can literally click a card, celebrate it, add a picture, our message, we can overwrite it, we can swipe to the back, customize it, press send, and our card's going to go out. Beautiful, beautiful personalized cards. Now, one thing I do want to say, if you don't have the First Impressions Kit yet, you definitely want to get it, because these cards are incredible. People love them, and because there's a different texture to them, and they're just have that nice feel to it. It's a great thing to have and to be able to show people. I literally, in my card caddy, I have First Impressions cards so that I can show people exactly what they look like when I'm doing an in-person demo. Okay, so here's my little tip. If you're not comfortable with sending cards from your phone, or just even comfortable using your smartphone, ask a friend or family member to help you, and then show them the app. Okay, again, great way to increase your demos. Apple has free workshops at the Apple Store that you can register for. So if you have an Apple phone, register for a workshop. Go to one of the workshops. They're going to teach you how to use your phone better, and there's picture ones, and there's all these different workshops. Or if you have an Android, just go to the phone store and then have a conversation with them. You're going to make friends and show them the app. Tell them, hey, you know what, because they'll ask you. I went to one of the Apple workshops before. They ask you, why are you here? Oh, well, I have a mobile business and I want to get comfortable using my phone. You don't think that's going to start? Again, simple ways to expand your network and make connections. And all else fails, hire someone to help you with their phone, and then show them the app. Hey, this is why I want to learn how to do it, and demo it right then and there. Simple way to increase your network and also get comfortable using your phone. Because again, we're building multi-million-dollar businesses with our smartphone. We want to make sure we know how to use it. I love this. Tyler Schwartz, 11 years old, literally showing his friends how to send a card while he's sitting in a limo. That's how simple our business is. Or Dave Potter, who's a tree faller, literally sending a card while he's hanging up in a tree. Okay, now I'm not going to go through this video right now, but you guys, I'll show you where you can access it as well. So he literally sends cards from a tree. And this is one thing that I just want to, again, think about it. If we send cards and gifts every day from our phone, we're going to keep smiles and business coming to us. It really is that simple. We just need to make sure we're consistently sending out those cards and reaching out and showing people send out cards. Okay. Habit 3, being a level 4 with the APA. So what is the APA? Basically, it's showing the plan. We want to show the plan, show the plan, show the plan. So we want to ask someone to download the app. We're going to have that person send a card on his or her phone. We're going to show the different ways to get started. And we're going to explain the 4 types of people and show the ones who are ready to get started, help them get started. So the texting strategy is brilliant because it's quick, it's efficient, there's no sales resistance, we control it. The other thing I love about the texting strategy, especially for new people, let's say Karina's brand new, and I say, okay, Karina, I want you to send this out to your top 12 board of directors, for example. And she sends them out. Well, someone writes back and says whatever they say, because it's a text message, she can now say to me, hey, Phoebe, I just got this response. What should I say to this? And now I can actually coach Karina right then and there what to say. Now, it doesn't mean we're sitting together. I'm going to say, Karina, here's the message. Send it to these people. Whatever the response is, take a screenshot, send it back to me, and I'll help coach you. So it's very efficient because it allows people to get great results. And then you can partner up with your sponsor coach who can guide you a little bit in the beginning, right? Which makes it easy. When we get on the phone, then all of a sudden it's like, well, what's this? What's this? What's this? I'm not with Karina to be able to say, well, hold on. Don't try and explain it. Let's try and do this. So that's why texting is so powerful. And we really do get the best results. So what do? We want to ask leading questions, right? Questions that are going to start a conversation. So for example, Kareem, have you downloaded the Send No Cards app? Most people are going to say no, right? Which is great. We're going to say, I'm sending you a link, download it, let me know when it's on your phone, and I'll walk you through it. Because again, we want to walk someone through the experience of sending a card. If they say, what is it? Download it, and I'll call you in a minute. Very simple, okay? Now, how do we send it to them? Well, again, this is why it's so important. Get comfortable with your iPhone, get comfortable with your Android. You're literally going to click on account. Now, on an Android, it's going to be in the top right-hand corner of your screen. You're going to click on share send out cards. Okay, it's going to pop up where you can message them or an email. I usually just do the text message. So I'll click on the message. I can put in their phone number, and I press that send button, and that's what's going to happen. And on their phone, they're going to get a message that says, click here to download the Send No Cards app. So that's what it's going to look like on their phone. They simply tap on it. It's going to download the app on their phone, and then I can walk them through sending a card. So I'm going to call them up and talk them through. Now, again, in the beginning, you may have the Karina might say, hey, Phoebe, Mike wants to see it. Are you ready to go? Yep, let's do it. And we'll do a quick 3-way call, and I'll walk him through sending a card. And that's the business. We're going to earn while we learn. It's beautiful. We can start earning checks as we're learning this business. Right? It's really that simple. So you also can do Twitter, Facebook Messenger, and other apps. To be honest, you guys, I usually just do text message. I found that that's worked really, really well, just because it's quick and fast. Or Facebook private message is another way that I'll do it for the most part. Okay. Now you want to make sure your website's set up to be able to share. So you want to go into your Send No Cards account on the website. You're going to click on personal website options. And you want to make sure your gift accounts, now they're already going to be set up. Now they're going to be set up by default for the US postage. So one of the things I want to recommend you make sure you do, and do this with your new team members, you want to go change the gift expense account to 1.70. Okay, that's going to allow someone to send up to 2 cards within Canada, right? Because our postage is 85 cents. So you want to make sure you just change that a little bit. I always like to set it up so they can send 2 cards. Okay. And then again, we want to create that urgency. So the gift account lifetime days, we don't want it to be set for a long time. I'm going to walk Karina, or Mike, sorry, Mike, I forgot. Karina and I are showing Mike. There we go. I'm going to walk Mike through sending his first card. And then I'm going to say, okay, Mike, let's get you started. But if Mike says, you know what, I need to, whatever. Okay, Mike, no problem. Tonight, I want you to send your second card out. Right. So create that urgency. Okay, so, and then the presentation, right? In the very beginning, get to know that person. Ask some questions, like find out a little bit about them, right? What do you do for work? What do you do for fun? Do you have a family? Then when you get into your presentation, you simply want to tell how and why you got started. 2 minutes, really quickly. It's your story. The story really is that bridge that connects you with that person. So you want to make sure that you do start by sharing your story. How did you find out about Send Out Cards, and why did you get it? Why did you get started? The other part that's really great to share is, where are you going? Why are you so excited about Send Out Cards? What do you see yourself creating with Send Out Cards? That's your chance to paint the bus sign picture, to give them that idea of where you're going with this business. I'm so excited with Send Out Cards because I'm going to be able to replace my current income, or I'm going to be able to spend more time with my family, or I'm going to be able to create a vacation fund for my family, whatever it is. Okay. Next thing we want to do, we want to demo the product on the app or the website. So we're just going to walk that person through sending a card. We're going to share it to their phone, let them try it out, or walk them through. And there's lots of ways we can do this. Again, a lot of people are using Zoom because it's a great platform to be able to share Send Out Cards as well too. Then we want to go over the different customer options and the distributor package. And then we want to show them the money. Let them see how simple it is to generate an additional cash flow with Send Out Cards. That's the presentation. We do that every single day, multiple times a day. Again, you want to grow your business faster, do more of it. I'm not going to go over the plans and packages right now. If you do have questions on that, we can talk about that a little bit later. But we have the bundles. One thing actually I should mention on the bundle, I like to use a terminology, and I got this from #1 income earner Jordan Adler. I recommend, right? You're the expert. So when I'm showing someone Send Out Cards, I'm going to say, hey, Mike, I recommend that we get you started with the marketing bundle, and here's why. Most people choose the marketing bundle because it makes the most sense for their needs, right? So most people, and I recommend 2 things that are really powerful when you're sharing the different ways to get started. Remember, you're the expert, right? You know what's going to be a good fit for them based on the conversation that you've had. The money, love the money. So make sure you paint the picture exactly. You're just gonna love that, Karina. You're like, whoop, whoop. Yeah, paint the picture for what we can do, what we can create and make simply by sharing a really cool app with people. The residual income, you guys, think about this for a second. You get paid over and over and over for the work we do one time. Plus, we can build a team of people, help them create success, and you also get paid on that. How big is your vision for what you want to create? Just think about that for a second. Again, where do you want to go with your business? Where's your bus headed? This is the part that's just so freeing. And when Michelle talked about being able to create that legacy for her children, that's what you have with Send No Cards, right? What do you want to create with it? And this is what's so exciting about it, is it's you get paid over and over and over again, right? So the residual income, we want to touch on that. And then we want to ask for the order. So we're simply going to say, are you a 1, a customer, 2, referral partner, 3, supplement your income, 4, replace your income. Are you ready to get started? Or Karina, would it be okay if we get you set up right now? That's usually what I say. Simple. And then we're just going to go ahead and get them started, right? It really is that simple. Now, one of the things I want to do right now, we're going to go into, because I mentioned I want to do a little bit more of a leadership topic. And so today for our leadership topic, we're actually going to talk about follow-up. So let me find where it is. Okay, there we go. Oh, and I see there's been some chat while I haven't. Let's see. Is there anything? Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Okay, cool. Okay, so I want to talk about follow-up. So this is something that is so important to growing a successful Send No Cards business. Just gonna move that over there. Because one of the things you'll hear in this profession, that the fortune is in the follow-up. So you want to get really comfortable to follow-up. And part of the reason, again, I started with, do you know where you're going? Is when you know where you're going with your business, follow-up just becomes a natural part of your business practice and what you do. So one of the things we want to focus on is we want to set our intention before every meeting, right? We want to set our intention, again, back to our posture, go into your meeting being like, I'm so excited to help, and fill in the blank, get started with our amazing company today. So have that intention that the person you're going to present Send No Cards to is going to see it, they're going to join on the spot, right? Start with that. Because again, we want to create that urgency. It's like, Mike, you want to get started today. This is where we're going with this business. Again, in our posture, it's like we're building this business with or without you. We'd rather do it with you, but we're going to do it either way. So that's the posture we want to have in our urgency. That being said, we want to be prepared with a plan in place to follow up. Now, this is a card in our Send No Cards card catalog. 80% of all sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact, which means we need to be prepared to follow up. So how do we follow up? Well, first, I want you guys to think about this. Every time we share Send No Cards with someone, let's just imagine they're a clock, okay? Now, our goal is we want to get everyone to 12 o'clock. That means they're ready to go. Some people, when we sit down with them, they're going to be at 12 o'clock. They're going to join on the spot. Some people are going to be at different times along the clock. We don't know what's going on in their life. There might be other reasons, circumstances, whatever it may be. So you want to really make sure that in our mind, we understand it's about their timing. Our goal, though, is to help them get to 12 o'clock as quickly as possible. And we're going to go through some ways that we can help them get to 12 o'clock. Again, Bob, we showed him. Bob saw it, got started on the spot. Sarah, she's at 1 o'clock. So we're going to help Sarah move along to 12 o'clock. Again, that's our goal. But remember, it's about their timing. So how do we help them move to 12 o'clock as quickly as possible? Well, number one, when you show Send No Cards to someone, if they don't get started on the spot, before you get off the phone, before you leave the meeting, whatever, always book a meeting from a meeting, okay? Number one. So if Karina and I are doing a 3-way call with Mike, Mike says, you know what, I really love it. I just need to move some funds around. No problem, Mike. Today's Saturday. Would it be okay if we follow up with you on Monday and we can help you get started then? How does that sound? And we're just going to book a meeting. Now, if Mike's like, oh, Monday, okay, well, how about either Tuesday or Thursday then? And I'm going to give him 2 options, right? So again, my goal with that, we're going to show it and we're going to book a follow-up appointment. Number one is to get them started right there on the spot. But if they're not ready, book a meeting from a meeting. It just frees up so much, and keep it light. If they're like, I don't know. Well, you know what, Mike, let's just set it up anyways because you're busy, I'm busy. That way we have a time to get back together. If for any reason you need to reschedule, just let me know. We can always reschedule. No problem. right? Keep it light, but professional at the same time. It also lets Mike know that we're business professionals. So you know what? We're going to have that follow-up call, and we're going to set a time. We're going to put it in our calendar, and we both know when we're going to get together on the phone or however we are going to get together. Okay. So number one, always book a meeting from a meeting. The other thing, if they get started as a customer, because again, encourage them to get started as a customer right then and there, I like to schedule a checking in call. Now, checking in call is just that. So for example, yesterday I helped someone get started with a marketing bundle package. So I've already scheduled a checking in call in my calendar for Tuesday just to check in. So I'm going to simply call them. Hey, Ed, it's Phoebe. How's everything going with your account? Any questions I can help answer, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I just want to make sure he's having success with his account. Plus, oftentimes people will have, because I always plant that seed when they get started, hey, if you have any friends or colleagues that you think could use this, just let me know. I'd be happy to show them. A lot of times now when I do my checking in call, they're like, you know what? I thought of someone who could use the system. Or you know what was that distributor thing again? So again, it's strengthening that relationship you have with them. It's showing them that you treat this as a business, and it shows them that you value them as a client or a customer, and you want to help them get the most of the service, right? So always book a meeting from a meeting. Next thing, send a thank you email or welcome to Send No Cards email. Super simple. This could even be a text message depending on the relationship you have with the person. So my thank you email, Karina and I did a demo with Mike. We're just going to say, hey, Mike, thanks so much for taking time out to take a look at Send No Cards. Hope you can see how easy it is to build a powerful residual income stream with this company. Here's a short video I think you'd really enjoy. Looking forward to talking again with you on Monday morning at 10 a.m. That's my email. Super short, super simple. I may give them the details to log back in his account. But I want to make sure it's thank you. Now, I like to include videos because people like stories. And rather than Mike trying to dig around on Google trying to find some more information, I'm going to provide him the information. Testimonial video, business opportunity video, something simple he can watch again. The other thing I'm going to do, now, if someone gets started as a customer, I always send them a welcome to Send No Cards email. They will get an email from Send No Cards, but you're the one with the relationship with them. So I set up Ed yesterday on the marketing bundle, sent him an email. Hey, Ed, thank you so much for getting started with Send No Cards. I'm super excited for you to use this incredible relationship marketing tool to grow your business. Here's a couple short videos I think you'll really enjoy. To log into your account, please go here. Make sure you have the app on your phone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Looking forward to talking with you again next Tuesday at 3 p.m. So again, and now the reason I can rattle that off that quickly, that's exactly what I send out every single day. Okay, but thank you email, the welcome email. Now again, it could be a text as well too, if you have that certain rapport with someone, right? For some people, it might just be a quick text you send them as well. But just make sure, again, we're helping them move to 12 o'clock, so we want to have multiple touch points. The other thing, of course, send a thank you card or welcome to Send No Cards card campaign. So the thank you card, if Karina and I demoed the app right there with Mike, he might already have that thank you card coming to him. But if you're doing a webinar, a Zoom meeting, anything like that, you want to make sure you're still sending that person a thank you card. Attach brownies if you can. Someone gets started as a customer or a distributor, of course, send them a welcome to Send No Cards card and include a box of brownies. People, when they receive them, they're more inclined to want to send those out to someone else. I had a meeting the other day and they were raving about the brownies. It literally was because I sent them a nice to meet you card with a box of brownies. And right away, it was like, oh my goodness, those brownies, da, da, da. So again, it adds to that experience for that person. Okay, so now, of course, cards, right? We are a greeting card company. So we want to follow up with cards and campaigns and gifts. So one of the things I like to do, you can Google it, bizarre and wacky holidays. I like to find bizarre and wacky holidays, like different reasons and occasions where I can send cards. So not the traditional necessarily holiday, but there's like, I don't know if you guys know, there's like National Brownie Day, there's Apple Day, like there's just random different occasions. And so sometimes I'll find one and I'll create a fun card and I'll just send it out to them. Again, because it's something unique and fun, people remember it. I like to send positive and inspiring cards, right? If you see a really cool quote that resonates with you, put it on a card and send it to them. Funny cards. Sometimes I'll do like a joke of the month. So if I find a really funny, what I find is really funny joke, I'll put it in a card and then I'll just send it to a bunch of people who are thinking about send out cards. Again, staying top of mind. Did you know? This is a fun way to send cards too, is so you might do a did you know card and include a Send No Cards fun fact or maybe the benefits of network marketing in a card. Success stories. I love doing this as well too. People who are, they're moving their way along the clock I might take a team member's success story or someone else in the company that I think will resonate with them, put a picture of them in the card, that person, and just share a little bit about them. And, I was connecting with my friend so-and-so, and I thought you might enjoy hearing their story. This is what she's been able to do with the business, or this is what he's been able to do with the business. A little bit of a business building tip is create a group and call it future distributors and customers. Again, language, right? So future distributors and customers, and every 3 to 4 months, send them a card campaign using any of those ideas. So people who maybe they're not yet getting their, let's say we schedule a follow-up call with Mike, and Mike's still like, you know what, I need a little bit more time. Well, I'm still going to try and book that next meeting. But there's some people who they're like, no, not right now, people. That's okay. Put them in a group, and every 3 to 4 months, send them a card campaign with any of those ideas. A funny card, a positive card, a bizarre and wacky holiday. Did you know success stories? Again, the fact that our product is follow-up, it's such a great way to stay top of mind. And again, in the card, it doesn't have to be a card saying, hey, are you ready to get started now? No, we want to make it fun and light so you can keep these fun things in there. They're going to know anyways that you're still building the business because, again, our bus sign tells them where we're going. And the fact we're still sending cards to them lets them know we know where we're going. So the fortunes in the follow-up. So in addition, you can follow up with good news, right? New technology as it's released. When the app came out, the mobile website, the custom brand manager, any system enhancements that we have, the first impressions kit, that's a great way to follow up with people you've shown send out cards to in the past. I love doing this. I saw this and I thought of you. So this is a simple way that you can just quickly touch base with someone. I do this with a text or a Facebook private message. So if you go into your send out cards account, underneath the company, if you click on sitemap and click on V for videos, okay? When you go into the videos, you're going to see we have a send out cards video page where there's all these different videos. There's Cody under inspirational. He has these 2-minute tips. So one of the things I like to do is I'll just quickly watch a 2-minute tip. Whoever I think about that this video will connect with, I'm going to send them a quick message. I'm going to say, hey, Bob, I saw this video and I thought of you. Check it out and hit me back after you watch it. It's 2 minutes. I'm just going to text them. Now, a couple things. Hopefully, Bob's going to watch the video, but he may not. But still, I've created that relationship where I've showed him that I value him. I know what he does, and this might help him out. And so I'm just going to send it to him. You can do the same thing with conference call replays, relationship marketing tips, success stories, right? If you see a testimonial on send out cards, take a screenshot of it and send it to someone. Hey, I just saw my friend Gail did this with her real estate business and it resulted in sales. Here, check it out. Copy, paste, and put it in there. Again, it's that little touch point that's going to help that person move from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. The other way you can follow up with events, right? We just came off Promptings Academy. One of the reasons that I was able to have so many guests in attendance is because my funnel's full. I'm always showing and sharing send-out cards. And if people aren't ready to join right then and there, they're in my list, they're on my follow-up, and I'm going to invite them to an upcoming event. Whether it's a weekly live event, I invite to webinars, road tours, boot camps, Prompting Academy, even the convention. Now, if you go into your send-out cards account under company, if you click on upcoming events, you'll see the picture there. You can see a list of all the events that are going on all over. You can click on upcoming events and see what's going on. So Karina, who's rocking her business, we posted that we're having a Thursday business opportunity meeting here down in the Lower Mainland in Coquitlam. Well, Karina's in, are you Kelowna or Kamloops? I always get them. You're Kamloops? You're muted. Kamloops?
Yes, Kamloops.
Okay, perfect. No, that's okay. So Karina, I want you to just, actually, this is perfect because I want you to share because you saw that we were having a meeting. Now, you wanted to come down to Promptings Academy. You bought your ticket. We're ready to go. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it. However, you didn't let that stop you. So can you just quickly share about what recently happened in terms of the weekly opportunity meeting that we have and actually share the distance from where you are to the Lower Mainland anyways?
Okay, so we're about 3 hours. Can you hear me okay, or is it weird?
No, you're perfect. You're great.
Okay, we're about 3 hours depending on the traffic and the weather, and it's really not that bad of a trip. The Coquihalla can be a little bit challenging at times, but I was actually pretty sick for a few days there, and I always want to get to those meetings, but if we can do it like this is even better because it doesn't matter if you're sick or if you're whatever's going on, you can still tap in and invite people. I had the opportunity to meet a gal actually who is from your area. She's from Mission, and she was she was actually a referral from a gal that was a customer of mine. And the rest of the story is that she loved the system. I sent her to your meeting. Thank you so much again. And she is like on freaking fire right now. She's got about 60 people lined up that want to take part in a Zoom meeting this week. So I've got 3 Zoom meetings set up over Sunday, tomorrow and Monday. So 2 tomorrow and 1 on Monday. And she's already found the information on the Cancun trip. So she goes, how many points do I need for Cancun? So she's pretty excited. So it's nice to, yeah, it's been great. So those meetings, they just do really seriously drive business. They really do. So I'm going to be getting way better at inviting people to meetings no matter where they are.
I love that. And congratulations. And you guys, that is just such a prime example. Karina, you know where you're going in this business. So yes, you live 3 hours away, but you have a contact here. And that's a beautiful thing about upcoming events. It's touching base with people, inviting them. Karina messaged me before. She said, hey, Phoebe, I have a guest coming. I already knew I was going to be all over the place. And so I said, can you reach out to Michelle? Michelle's our lead visitor host. So she sent Michelle a message. So we all knew that Sydney was coming and we were able to welcome her. And again, it just creates that one team. But look how quickly Karina wasn't able to make it. She's 3 hours away, going like crazy. Like she's not necessarily going to drive down for a weekly meeting, but you can leverage with this business. And I love that story because again, it just ties into what we're talking about. Follow up with people, plug them into events, plug them into live conference calls, right? Jordan Adler does a brilliant Monday night leadership call. Plug people into that. Guests are welcome on the call, or you can send them the replay. Again, if you think it's going to resonate with someone, send them a quick message. Hey, heard this call, thought of you, listen to it, hit me up with a message once you're done. How many of those messages can you send? Now, the key is you have to have a full funnel of people that you've shown to be able to do the follow-up. But once you've shown people, keep in touch with them. Who do you know? Inviting people, reaching out to people and say, who do you know who needs to see this? So Karina, you mentioned that your new distributor was a referral from a customer of yours. What happened to that original customer of yours? Is she still a customer or is she a distributor?
No, she's definitely a distributor. She upgraded because I called her and I said, look, I really like your girlfriend and I can show her so it will enhance her business that she's got going on. She said, absolutely. I then invited her to your meeting and then I called and she was pretty much already fired up. And then when I called my customer back, Tammy, I said, Tammy, I think you need to upgrade because I think this is going to be a really good income stream for you. So she's knee deep in school right now. So she didn't want to take a distraction. I said, you don't have to. You're going to act as a referral partner. Send me my way. I will go to work as if you're doing it yourself. You're going to get paid the same way. She loved that idea. Darla just did an amazing post on that. I went, holy smokes, that's it in a nutshell, right there.
Awesome. Love that though, right? Again, who do you know? And then giving them that opportunity to upgrade, which is what we should be doing. Asking that person, hey, so-and-so's ready to go. I want to come back to you first. Are you ready to go? And let them get started. Okay, another quick one that you can do. Now, this is kind of a little bit more advanced depending on where you're at with your business. Social Sincere is a personalized business blog that we can actually purchase through Send Out Cards. I'm not going to go into tons of detail about it. But this is one of the ways that I'm able to stay top of mind with everyone I've shown Send Out Cards to, as well as my customers, is I literally put them into the blog. So Send Out Cards takes care of it. You pay for it, again, as I mentioned. I think it's $129 or $12.95, whatever you can see details in there. But everyone you show Send Out Cards to, put them in here. That way, you know, at least once a month, they're going to see your smiling face. That's what the blog looks like. It's a little message. Again, it's written for you. You just put them in there. Send Out Cards will send them this blog via email. Again, it's a simple way to stay top of mind. Every month that this goes out, I have someone who responds and they're ready to get started. So that's just another one. Again, a little bit more advanced because there is a cost associated with it, but it's just another way that you can stay in front of people in terms of that follow-up so we can move them along the clock. Now, when you get positive signals, it's 12 o'clock. So I'm going to say, great, Michelle, let's get you started. Kareem, your name spelled on your checks. Kathy, just takes 5 minutes to get you set up. So let's get you started right now. Right? Rosalia, welcome to the team. I'm super excited to work with you. Whatever, it's just one of those, whatever you feel that lines up with you. A lot of times I'll just say, hey, would it be okay if we get you set up right now? Let's get you going. It takes 5 minutes. And I'm just going to set them up. Posture, right? So when you get those positive signals, it's not time to prep more. It's time to just, okay, great, let's get you started. Okay. Now, do you have a daily method of operation? Now, what's a daily method of operation? It's exactly that. What are you going to do every single day in your business to help your business grow? And I want you guys to create your own. So every day, send blank heartfelt cards. Now, if you want to do just the minimum, send one heartfelt card. If you want to do more, send 5. You decide. The key is consistency. Every day, have blank people download the app and send a card to someone they care about. How many people do you want to download the app every single day? Every day, have blank people watch the business opportunity video, right? Every day, check in with blank customers, right? It's just a simple call to say, hey, how are you loving your Send Out Cards account? Again, those connections lead to referrals, lead to happy customers, lead to long-term loyalty, lead to upgraded distributors, right? Customers who become distributors. And then every day, follow up with blank future MDs and clients. This is where I'm just going to, every day I reach out to someone and I say, hey, I saw this video and I thought of you. Click. Every single day, someone, multiple people. I also do it with my team, where if I hear a positive call or a video or whatever, I just shoot it out to them. Now, I want you guys to think about the flip side. How does it make you feel when someone reaches out and says, hey, Michelle, I saw this or I heard this and I thought of you? Listen to it and send me a message when you're done. How does that make you feel if you got a quick message like that? Michelle, that's a question. Answer. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry, I was busy answering a question on my phone.
That's okay. So my question to you is, if you got a message, which I often do, I'll hear a call and I'll just say, hey, Michelle, heard this call, totally thought of you. Listen to it. Let me know your biggest takeaway. How does that make you feel?
Like I totally want to listen to that call.
Okay. Do you feel, what else?
I'm excited. I want to know what's in it and what I might be getting. I want to know what you got out of it. See if I got the same thing.
Right? It creates that connection. It lets people know in your team, your customers, that you care about them. It isn't just a business relation. Hey, yeah, whatever. Did you sign someone up today? Because that's not what it's always about. It's knowing your team members. And when you can reach out to them and let them know that you care about them. Like, I literally heard a call and I was like, oh my goodness, Michelle needs to listen to this call. Or, oh my goodness, Rachel needs to listen to this call. Or, oh my goodness, Duet needs to listen to this call. Or whoever. Again, it's just those little things that create that team unity as well too. So what's your daily method of operation going to be, right? Take a picture of this, fill it in, and be consistent with it, because consistency is what's going to lead to success as well. So it's your turn. Really quickly, who do you need to follow up with? So I want you to go ahead. Again, this is a working SOC Saturday training. So it's your turn. So hi, name, how's it going? I just saw the short video and I thought of you. Check it out. Let me know what you like best about it. Speak soon. That's the message right there. The only thing I change is the person's name and the video. That's it. The name and the video. Okay. So really quickly, stay in action. The majority of clocks are going to strike 12 at some point. They really will. The key is you want to make sure you're there when it does hit 12. Because what are you going to do? Again, this is why it comes down to, do you know where you're going? If you know where you're going, you know eventually these people are going to hit 12 o'clock. If you stay in action, you follow up with them, you stay top of mind with them in a kind way, in a respectful way. And you just, when they are ready to get started, you're there. But the key is you have to be there. And that's why it's so important to, again, just keep building your business, keep moving forward. Let people know you're building it with or without them. You'd rather do it with them. But when their clock hits 12, you're still going to be in action building your business. Okay, so I want to show you guys one other thing really quickly, and then we'll wrap it up with one of the other habits. Okay, so where do you get these videos from? Okay, because that's one that often comes up. Can you guys see, oh, no, you can't. 1 second. Oh, no. Hold on, how do I do? Okay, stop share. Okay, so where do you get the videos from? So if you go into your Send Out Cards account, okay, you go into your Send Out Cards account. If you hover over Company at the top of the screen, you're going to go down to Sitemap. When you're in the sitemap, you're going to scroll all the way down to V for videos, and it's going to take you to the Send Out Cards Wisteria, I think that's how you pronounce it, video page. These are where all the different videos are located for Send Out Cards. The inspirational ones are the 2-minute tips that Cody puts on. So what I recommend doing, have a quick watch of them. Again, not power watch, because that's not building our business, but watch one, reach out to someone. The next day, pick another one, and you're going to get comfortable with them. Plus, the title really explains it. So who do you know who is maybe a pastor or on the board of a church? Here's a great video you could send them. Growing a church congregation with, etc. Who do you know in insurance? Who do you know who owns a bowling center? And again, bowling, it can be any kind of sports center. Doesn't have to be exactly what that person's profession is, just needs to line up. So how do I send that video really quickly? Well, I click on it, and I'm going to take this website URL at the top of the screen, and I'm going to copy it. Okay? So then I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to hit copy. It's going to add it to my clipboard. And then I can just fill it in with my message, and then I text it out. What I also do is I keep in my phone, I have a notepad that has all the video links really quickly. So that's actually how I set it up in my phone, because I want to do it on my phone when I'm on the go. Literally, I might be at a soccer game watching. Quickly, I'll send out a message. I might be waiting for coffee. I might be at the drive-thru sitting there, whatever it might be. Again, little touch points that go a long way. So that's how easy it is to get the video. And there's tons of videos in here. Just the other day, we had new team members come on board, and I absolutely love Steve's video from convention. And so if you scroll all the way down here, is it in their business building? I'm not even sure where it is, but Steve's video from convention is in here. No. So events maybe. His Because I Said I Would. Nope. Where did it go? Oh, 2016 Defining Moments Convention right there. So when you click on here, I come down and you can send them Jordans, you can send them Melissas, you can send them Steves. And I literally highlighted this, the 28-minute version, and I sent it to the new team members. I said, hey, this is one of my favorite keynotes of all time. Watch it. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Again, it doesn't just apply to future customers and futures distributors. It also applies to your team. Keeping your team engaged, keeping your team touched in. And I sent it to a few of them to watch. I said, let me know your biggest takeaway, right? Again, these videos are at our fingertips. Great resource, because again, people love stories, and people love, again, just being part of it and being remembered. Okay. So last thing I want to do, and then we will open it up for any questions, is, let me stop this. Go back over here. Okay. So last thing I want to quickly go over is we're going to finish up on the habits. Okay, so we covered that. So habit 4, the training part of it, really at the end of the day, we want to learn the habits, do the habits, and then teach the habits. Okay, that really is what it comes down to. So once we learn them and we're doing them, we want to teach it to our team. We want to attend and promote events. So we've talked about all the habits today in terms of being a level 4 card sender. We want to use the smartphone, use the app every single day. We want to be a level 4 APA presenter. So we're so comfortable presenting the opportunity. Now, in the beginning, are you going to be super comfortable? Maybe, but maybe not. And that's totally okay. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get with it. Level 4 trainer, teach people how to do level 1, 2, and 3.
Breakfast, and then we can jump in the shower.
And then level 5, we're going to do personal development, right? So let's check all these bad boys off. And okay, so plug into the event cycles, right? The more guests and team members we have with us at events, the faster our business will grow. Whoops, I got click happy. Okay, so again, we want to make sure that we're plugging our team into it. We're plugging guests into it. Just coming off Compton's Academy, the number of guests that we had in attendance and the follow-up and the number of people who are getting started, that's what's so key. We want to consistently be doing those one-on-ones, right? One-on-one meetings. So sitting down with someone for coffee or over the phone and showing them the Send Out Cards app. We want to present it to them, let them see what we have with Send Out Cards. We want to present solutions to small businesses. I go back to what I talked about. Who have you done business with that hasn't seen Send Out Cards? Can you schedule an appointment with them this week to show it to them? Let them see what we have with Send Out Cards. The one-on-ones, we need to keep our calendar full. My calendar is right here, and it's jam-packed, and some of these aren't even in there. I don't even know if you guys can still see me when I'm doing the webinar, or the screen share. But again, your calendar needs to be full of appointments. Focus on the activity, and the results will come. Group presentations, right? These can be in your home on a weeknight. Invite people to bring a friend along. So we just started down here a Thursday weekly opportunity meeting. That's what Karina sent her guests, and her guests joined, and her guest is fired up, right? Again, that connection, it's showing people what we have and the simplicity of what we have with send out cards. How cool is it that her guest went to an event knowing that Karina wasn't even going to be there, but knew she'd be welcomed. Karina's growing her business even when she's not able to physically be there. That's what we have with send out cards. And again, inviting people to bring a friend along. That should be the tagline of everything that we do. When we're inviting someone, hey, bring a friend with you. Hey, the more the merrier. Who do you want to know? Bring a friend in your car, fill them up, whatever it might be, right? I remember even Denise Dale said it so beautifully, senior manager with our company. And she said, hey, you know what? I know sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable walking in a room where you don't know anyone. So why don't you bring a friend with you? Great way to do it. Love that. I was like, that's brilliant. Again, make it simple for someone. A lot of times people don't know that they can bring someone with them. So tell them, hey, bring someone with you, right? The Tuesday night weekly webinar, you guys leverage this webinar. Here's a chance for you to have our 2016 Distributor of the Year do a presentation for you. If you go to www.socapp.ca, write that down, get that ingrained in your brain. Put on your calendar Tuesday night weekly webinar, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. You want to invite your team. Why do you invite your team? So your team can learn how simple it is to do the presentation. You want to invite your customers. Why? So your customers can learn more about send out cards, and your customers will make incredible distributors. And of course, you want to invite your guests. You want to invite your guests to hop on. And one of the things that's so brilliant, when they see how simple it is to just invite someone on a webinar and they can grow a business, they're going to get excited. They're going to get fired up. Also, you want to invite your team to obviously invite their customers and their guests. Plug people into this webinar. Now, can you still invite guests if you can't be on yourself? What do you guys think? Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you have another presentation, go do the other presentation, but leverage this webinar. Think about the power of this. What if you and every one of your team members had at least one guest on the webinar every single week? Just one. Every single week. Now, it could be someone the first time they're seeing send out cards. It could be the second. It could be the 10th. That is a simple way. Again, we talked about follow-up. That's a great way. I invite people to the webinar every single week. Why? Because I want them to hear other stories. Why? I want them to see how duplicatable this business is. Why? Because I want them to learn how simple it is, right? So I'll invite someone. I might just say to them, hey, Rachel, I know you had some questions about the system. I'd love for you to hear my business partner's story. She's built an amazing business. I know you have 2 young children. She has 2 young children, busy stay-at-home mom, has been able to create a lucrative income literally in the pockets of her day. And I really want you to hear her story on why she chose to get started with send out cards. Tuesday night, 6 p.m., what's your preferred email? And I'll get you registered. I created a connection for Rachel. Rachel has 2 kids. She has 2. Again, leverage it. Now, if I'm talking to a business professional, I may not say stay at home. I may or may not. I might just say, hey, you know what? We have a webinar. It's going to help you see the simplicity of what we have with this business. It's Tuesday at 6. What's your preferred email? And I'll get you registered. Now, you notice, I always will register people for them rather than send them the link. Why? Because I know people forget, just like I do. You know, someone will invite me somewhere and I'm like, oh, if I didn't write it down. So I'll just say, what's your preferred email? And I'll get you registered. You're going to get an email confirmation. Click on the link 5 minutes to 6, 5 minutes to 9, 5 minutes to whatever time zone they're in, because it's a webinar, which means you have a huge reach. And I keep that really simple. So I want to throw that out there to challenge you guys. Be on the webinar with guests. If you can't be on, send your guests, and let's leverage this webinar. The fact that it's open to everybody is great, and it's a simple way to grow your business exponentially. And then there's the large group or public presentations, right, at a hotel, a restaurant. Again, this is what we just are kicking off here in Thursday evenings, but there's meetings going on all over SOC Nation, road tour events, public venues, right? Again, people love to connect with other people and learn more. Leadership and incentive trips, right? We have the SOC at Sea coming up, which will be so much fun. If you're not registered, highly recommend register. Come. You're going to get a chance to cruise and hang out with some of the best and top leaders in our company. And it's such a fun event because you get a chance to hang out by the pool and ask those questions and get to know people on a different level as well too. And then of course, Cancun. So I want to really quickly touch on cash for Cancun. Cancun is going to be amazing. You want to put Cancun in your calendar. Why? Because what becomes written becomes real. So write it down. July 12th to the 16th. How do you win this trip? Well, just by helping your business grow. Sponsor new bundles. Every time you sponsor bundles, you're going to get points. When you promote team members in your codes, you're going to get points. Now, depending on the number of points you have, that's how much of your trip you're going to earn. What if you only earn 25% of the trip? Are you going to go? Heck yeah, you better go. It's such a great event. Leadership and incentive trips.
Hey, Andy, it's Marnie Martin calling. How are you?
Hi, Marnie. Can you mute yourself, please?
Good. Are you feeling better?
I don't know how to. Marnie.
Oh, that's good.
Let me figure out how to do that.
Okay. Is there a better time today? I'm home.
I don't know if I know how to just mute one person.
Yeah, I'm up in British Columbia. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Learn something new. I learned how to mute, you guys. Yay. Not everyone, though. I hope that you guys can all talk. Okay, cool. Let's go back to that. Cancun. So again, you guys want to set that intention that you're going to be at Cancun. Every single rewards trip that we've ever had with Sendo Cards, I've set an intention to win it and to be there. Why? Because it's a chance to sit by the pool and have a conversation with someone. It's a different environment. Convention's amazing. In fact, convention has thousands of people. Incentive trips, they're usually a few hundred people. You're getting a chance to get to know people while you're hanging at the pool or swimming or learning how to surf or whatever it may be. So I want to encourage everybody, there's a tracking sheet that's in the Sendo Cards file section. You can print it off and keep track of your points. There's the leaderboard, but first write it down in your calendar and set that intention that you're going to be there. The other thing, when you're showing and sharing Sendo Cards, I talk about Cancun. When I'm presenting the opportunity to someone, I'm like, look, we have a contest going on right now. Let's get you started today so we can help you earn points to come to Cancun with us. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So I want to encourage everybody, plan on being in Cancun. It's going to be a great time. Write in your calendar. What is written becomes real, and let's have some fun in Cancun and learning at the same time. Obviously, that leads into Promptings Academy, which again are happening all over. There's one in Vegas coming up next weekend. Who do you know in Vegas? There's one coming up Pittsburgh the end of the month, February 25th. Now, why do I know those dates? Because again, my goal with every event that we have is to have some form of representation from my team, whether it's me, my guests, my team, their guests, my customers, their customers. Every single event, my goal is to have some sort of representation so I know what's coming up, so I can play that who do you know game with my team, with my customers, with my friends, my family, to get people out to these events. And they all lead into the national and international convention. Now, not everyone who attends convention will become a top earning leader, but every top earning leader attends convention. So the moment that those dates are announced, I want you to put in your calendar. The moment they're announced, and we know it's April 2018, put the dates in your calendar and set that intention that you're going to be there. And how many team members do you want with you? So you guys, that goes over kind of the 5 habits of success. The last habit is personal development. And I just want to throw it out there. What's your personal development plan? We just came off an incredible Promptings Academy. If you've never been to a Promptings Academy, you want to get to one as soon as possible. But I want you to think about, what is your plan for personal development? Your business will only grow to the level of where you're at personally, okay? So your business is only going to grow to the level that you're at personally. So what is your personal development plan? What book are you reading? What are you listening to? We're not going to spend tons of time on this, but I really want you to think about that. What are you listening to? What are you reading? It's in my room. I don't have it here. But hopefully you guys can see behind me. That's my bookshelf. And those are just some of my books. I have a whole stack of books, because one of the things I've heard early on that leaders are readers. So what are you going to read? Again, 10 pages a day. It doesn't have to be, a long hour sit down and read. 10 pages a day. Think about how many books you will have read if all you read is 10 pages a day. Right? It keeps you plugged in. It keeps you going. What about your I am statements? Do you have them written? I have mine on little index cards, and I'm about to update my little picture frame with them as well too. But what are you reading? What are you plugging into? If you want to grow a big business, you have to grow yourself first. So you guys, that is all the stuff I wanted to cover on today. But let's open it up. We have another 15 minutes. Usually we keep our SOC Saturdays to an hour and a half, with the webinars hoping to actually go a little bit even shorter. But we wanted to keep it exactly what we do at our monthly SOC Saturday. So what are some of your thoughts? What are some of your takeaways? Any questions that I can help answer? And yeah, let's have some fun. And I want to learn from you guys too. So this is the sharing is caring time. So perfect. We have some comments. I love it. The Cancun with 5 friends. Cancun's going to be amazing, you guys. Oh, thank you so much, Una. Thanks for being on. It's cool to have someone watch you learn it. Absolutely. Going through. Love follow-up. Yeah, it's all about BAM fam. Book a meeting from a meeting. BAM fam all day long. I call it BAM. Perfect. What emails do I usually send in my email? Perfect. Great question. So I usually send those emails. I send the business opportunity video. I like to send that out as another follow-up touch point. And then I'll usually send one of those 2-minute Cody Bateman tips. I really like those ones because I find that there's a lot of diversity in them. So I just find whatever one I think will connect with that person and I'll send it to them. Meeting them where they're at. Absolutely. It's about meeting people where they're at and respecting that. That's how you're going to have people come back to you. It's when, if we understand the whole timing thing and that it's their timing and we respect it, we're still, again, we're going to be professional about it, but we want to respect it, then people will feel okay to come back. If we're pushy and no, you got to sign up now, then that's just going to sour them. And we want to make sure that we're maintaining that relationship because that's what this business is all about. Absolutely, Karina. I love that. Just meeting them where they're at. I'm not on the Sensier blog. However, if I choose to purchase, how do you sign people up to receive the blog notices? I would assume you would ask if they want updates. Yeah, I'll just ask them. Sometimes I ask, sometimes it depends, to be honest with you. They can unsubscribe if they needed to, but I haven't had a lot of that. How do I sign them up? That you can email. So once you set up an account with them, just email the company direct and you can get an email that you can send your list of people to. Cool idea, register your guests for a webinar. Yeah, thanks, Robin. I actually like to do that because one of the things I find, again, if you just send them the link, socapp.ca, and I just say, hey, Karina, there's a webinar coming up on Tuesday night. Go here to register. Some people will, but I just like to keep it simple. So my strategy is, if you're banging and doing construction, that's awesome, but I'll get you to mute yourself. Thank you. Yeah, I just like to keep it simple. So I'm just going to say, hey, Robin, great. I'll get you registered. What's your preferred email? You're going to get an email confirmation. Let me know you got it. Just click on the link a few minutes before 6 to hop on. Again, really simple. We get to hang out with Phoebe. Oh, I don't know if that's the SOC at Sea or Cancun, but either way, you get lots of Phoebe time. Mr. Construction or Mrs. Construction, thank you. You love this format, learn so much, be able to take pictures and notes. Awesome. Yeah, we'll do some meetings like this. At the end of the day, it's always great to connect, but yeah, we'll figure out if you guys really enjoy the Zoom, we can figure out a way to keep something like this going as well. Phoebe, would you be able to review how you demo over the phone? Yes, great question. I'll do that in one moment. I like the idea of having people download the app and send a card. It's that simple. It is. You just want to let people experience send-out cards. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, but I will, because I actually just did a phone demo just the other day, actually, with one of my team member who's rising on the way to senior manager, doing amazing stuff, Kellysa Belgrave. We were actually showing someone internationally. And one of the things the person said, well, I'm just going to send the card to myself. One of the things you want to do is you want to encourage them to send it to someone else. Why? Because then they get the experience.
No, I have not heard from Brian. I'm really irritated.
One second. I don't want to mute everybody because I want you guys to be able to pop in if you want to. So, okay, there we go. So one of the things you want to encourage them to send the card to someone else. Why? Because of the experience. They're going to get in that emotional state of sending a card. Plus, when the person receives the card, they're also going to have that other positive reinforcement. So you always want to encourage it. Now, I like to just keep it generic. I don't want to necessarily assume they're married because I don't know the situation or whatever it might be. So I'll usually just say to them, I'm like, so do you live with anyone? Why don't we send them a card? Because a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't have anyone's address. I have fun with it. Well, do you live with anyone? And most of the time the person's going to go, oh yeah, my husband, hee, or oh yeah, my wife or my partner. And it's like, well, they probably deserve a card, don't you think? And it ends up becoming a fun little thing, right? Where they start laughing because they can't believe they didn't remember that person. Now, if I say to them, well, do you live with anyone? They go, no. I'm going to say, okay, well, no problem. What about a family member? Do you have any family members' addresses? If they say no, and this actually happened yesterday, then Kellysa, who jumped right in, which was awesome. She goes, well, what about someone at your work? and prompted her to go, oh yeah. And then we ended up having this dialogue and she was able to send it there. So again, you really want to do your best. And I tell them, well, we're going to send you a card anyways. So you don't need, let's send this to someone else. So really do your best to encourage them. To be honest, I don't really let anyone send a card to themselves, because I tell them, oh, I'm going to send it. So let's get someone else's address and let's, give them a chance to experience it as well. Yeah, joke of the month. It's just something fun. Again, keep it simple. Awesome. Okay, app demo. So how do I demo the app over the phone? So let me grab my phone. So if I'm on the phone with someone, okay, all I'm going to do, can you guys still see me? I just see a blank gray screen. So
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, cool. So how do I demo the app on the phone? Well, it's the same way I demo the app in person, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is I'll ask the person point. I like to do a lot of demos on the app, but some people do more on their computer. So I'm going to ask them. I'm going to say, okay, Michelle, we're over the phone, right? So I'm not seeing her. I'm going to say, Michelle, great, super excited to show you send no cards. I get to know her, build the rapport. I tell her my story, and then I say, great. We're going to give you a chance to try out send no cards and send a card to someone you care about. Michelle, do you do more things on your smartphone or on your computer?
On my phone.
Okay, great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to text you a link to an app to download it. So then I'm going to walk through the steps that we just went over, right? You guys, where you saw the share. So I'm going to send it to her. Say, great, go ahead and download the app, and we're going to send a card to someone you care about. Now I'm just going to put myself on speaker, and I'm going to tell Michelle to put me on speaker, right? So it's simple. And to be honest, in the beginning, just have your app open and walk them through the steps. Okay, Michelle, great. Are you on an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
Cool. Okay. So what you're going to do, once the app opens up, let me know, and you should see photo cards, new this month, etc. Do you see that?
I sure do.
Okay. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and send a card to someone that you care about. And I'm just going to walk her through sending a card. Hopefully that answered that. Very, very simple. Now, once we've sent that card, exactly. So I'm just going to talk her through. Now in the beginning, right now, because I've done so many demos, I can literally not have my phone in front of me, and I can talk her through the steps because I've done so many of them. In the beginning though, have your phone app and just click on the buttons and talk her through it. What I had to do in the beginning, because if someone said, oh, I have an Android, guess what I would do? I'd go to the video library and I'd literally watch the video, so I knew what she was exactly going to see and talk her through. So I just keep it light, and I'll say, well, Michelle, if she's on an Android, I'm going to say, oh, hey, Michelle, do you see that in the top right? What do you see right now? I ask her, why not? Right? Again, I keep it fun. I keep it light. So I'm just going to say to her, Michelle, if you have an Android. So I would just say to you, okay, what do you see right now? And you're going to say, oh, I see. Oh, okay, perfect. So go ahead and click on that button then. And I just ask her, right? And I'm going to walk her through the simple steps. You can have her watch the video first if you need to. A lot of times I just go right into it. But again, keep it light, keep it fun, keep it simple. And then after she's done that, then I can go into, sorry, one second. Then I just click on, after she's gone through it, I'm going to click on, okay, Michelle, we sent a card out. Awesome. We're going to click on the account button in the bottom right-hand corner. If you're on an Android, in the top 3 buttons in the top right corner, and it's going to take you to the account page. Do you see where it says ways to get started? Or sorry, upgrade my account?
Yep.
Cool. We're going to go ahead and click on that.
Okay.
Awesome. So Michelle, we have three different bundle options, blah, 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 and I'm just going to walk her through the ways to get started. I recommend the marketing bundle based on what you told me in terms of you wanting to be able to create a legacy for your kids. You love the opportunity side of it. So let's go ahead and get you set up with the marketing bundle and the $50 distributor option, and then we can put you on the fast track to success. How does that sound to you?
Sounds awesome.
Great. You're going to click on that little orange button at below marketing bundle, and let's get you set up right now. And then I'm just going to talk her through the steps with that as well. Does that help answer your question? Okay, go ahead and type in if that did. Another great question. Does a referral partner just need to purchase a distributor $50? No. A referral partner, I'm just going to share the way that I do it. A referral partner is going to purchase the marketing bundle and the $50 distributor. Why? Because I want them to be able to use the system to its fullest advantage. I'm going to be working on their behalf in a way. They need to have a system that represents what I'm going to be showing people. So I truly believe they need to lead by example. And if I'm going to adequately promote the marketing bundle, I want them, because my referral partner, I'm going to say, hey, so-and-so just signed up. Can you send them a card with brownies on our behalf? I want that card and brownies to have branding on the back of it. I want them to be able to check out the MRM training portal to learn how to maximize send out cards. I want them to have the first impressions kit so they can use it as well too. So my goal with a referral partner is marketing bundle or business bundle, depending. I also find that people don't mind if you don't always know the answer to everything. I tell them I'm learning too. It makes it easier for them to see that they don't have to be an expert on the system in order to share it and earn. Absolutely. Sometimes it's better to not know the answer and bring in a quote unquote expert for a third party validation or credibility. Why? Not because you don't know the answer, but because again, it shows them that it's duplicatable. Very powerful tip to success, Michelle. Absolutely. It's okay. Have fun. I always say this, you guys, there's enough stress in the world. People are not going to pull out their credit card for $395 to buy stress. They're not going to do it. So if they see that you're stressed with it, it's like, oh, it's not fun, right? Have fun with it. Be light with it. You know what? Oh my goodness. Wait, you clicked on which button? What do you see? Oh, okay. Yeah. We got to go from there. Okay, let's do this. And just have fun with it. It's okay. And the other thing, remember, we have in our mind that the presentation is supposed to go do exactly like that. That's not how it works, right? It's okay. They don't know if it's supposed to go, I do this and this and then this. They don't know that. We put all this pressure on ourselves that it has to be like this certain formula. Just have fun with it. At the end of the day, you want to share your story. You want to have them send a card or show them how the app works. And you want to go over the ways to get started and show them the money. And ask for the call to action. Great. Are you 1, 2, 3, or 4? Just keep it simple. Keep it light. Always remember too, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. However, you can say too much. So keep it simple and have fun with it. Any other questions? We're going to go ahead and wrap up in 2 minutes. So if you have any other questions, comments, feel free to hop in and
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
It's Karina.
Oh, there you are. You just popped up. Hi.
Yeah. You know what? I just wanted to say, because you touched on this very lightly, and I think it's huge when we're reaching out to people, whether we're sending them some videos. Hey, I thought of you. What you're saying at the end of everything, every time you invite or share, you're saying, what's your biggest takeaway? Let me know. Like, you're leaving an open door every time you reach out. And I think that's imperative, especially, with your follow-up and everything like that is huge. I think quite often when we're sending things out, we don't do that little tidbit. And then we're sitting there going, oh, do I send something else? Where are they at? You know what I mean? So leaving that open door policy, I guess what we'll call it, I think is huge. And I know you touched on that and you said it every single time. I want to highlight it for you because it's a magic bean, I think, in the process of growing a team.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. And it is really important to have that open end so that they can respond. And I love that too. I love hearing what people's biggest takeaway, because oftentimes it's something that I might have missed or, and again, from a quote unquote prospect, if you want to call them that, or future client, future distributor, it's nice to know what they take away from it. So you can either get them started or keep feeding them stuff that you think will connect with them till the time is right for them to get started as well. Yeah. Awesome. This was really good format to have a meeting, and the snow keeps coming. I can't see the snow right now, so I'm just hoping, I was hoping it would stop, but it was great to be able to connect either way. And again, you guys, Zoom is a free platform that you can register for. You can do meetings like this. It's a great way to demo the app. You can just walk someone through like this. You can show them card samples, right? You can show it to them, which I've often done. I did say I was going to show you some custom backs if I have them here. 1 second, and then we will wrap up. But again, it's a great platform because you can literally say, okay, this is how the envelope looks. This is how a card sample looks. So you can just show them right then and there. So again, just some neat things you can do. I thought this was really fun for Kelly with the back of it. Again, making it fun. You can show people right then and there what it is that you're creating. And that's what I really like about it. So again, let's go ahead. Any last questions? I was going to see if I had another one, but I think I put it in another room. I did. Okay. So any last questions, you guys? We are having an international meeting. I love it. Western Canada and USA. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so you guys, let's go ahead and last 30 seconds. If you have anything else, feel free to type it in. Couple takeaways from today, hopefully, in terms of keeping it simple, having fun with it. Make sure you're following up with people. Start creating your daily method of operation and sticking to it, being consistent. And I really want to hear from you guys. If you have business owners who have not yet seen Send No Cards that you're doing business with, I'd like for you to reach out to them this week, schedule an appointment, and let me know how it goes. That's one of the biggest things. I love getting together, but I love hearing other people's successes. So reach out, keep showing and sharing. That's all we got to do. Fill up that funnel with people and make sure you're following up with them and stay in the game. Stay in the game so that when those people are ready, they will join, and they'll join with you if you stay top of mind with them. So thank you guys so much for being on this morning. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And thank you guys for everything, for contributing as well too. And looking forward to make it an awesome week, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.